Okay. So I know Kamla ji's internet is working very well, but we can try another person right now, see if it... Neelu ji, is your internet good? You want to read? You have that page?
I have it, but I have it on my phone. So if you don't mind, I'll
Yeah,
pass on
okay.
the reading.
Okay. So who feels comfortable in reading? You do, Meena ji? Ah, yeah, excellent. Okay. So I'll tell you where to go start from.
I know I have that bookshelf now, but do you want me to read before that? Because that's the where I'm...
Yeah, I think that we can read from there. Go ahead.
Is that okay? All right. We shall
which
now...
which page number?
It's 10. It's XX, if you see that.
Okay.
And it's in the middle. We shall now.
Okay.
And whoever does not have it, just try to listen. And I usually explain anyway. So if you miss something, I will do it.
We shall now consider the constitution of this psychomechanism of man as described by the wishes of the scriptures according to their lived experiences in life.
So he's talking about bio-psychomechanism, biological and psychological, okay? But the way they lived and experienced. So ये जो ऋषि मुनि है ना, उनको कहते हैं कि they are like the seers of internal world. हमारे जितने भी साइंटिस्ट हैं वो बाहर करते हैं रिसर्च, ये लोग इंटरनल रिसर्च करते हैं, okay? So keep that in mind, हाँ.
Okay. Physiology considers man as a physical structure with a brain having the capacity to think and feel. The spiritual physical structure of man as visualized and estimated by the saints of the old goes beyond the themes of the Western biologists. The theory propounded by the Vedantic seers is diagrammatically represented on page so and so. That is 10.
So whoever has that page, there is a Om on the top. Yeah, here. Can you raise it up a little more? Yeah. So here is the Om on the top, and then there is a different sheets are there. And हम लोग ने ये वाली क्लास में सभी को मालूम है, ये शीट्स के बारे में बहुत कुछ सुना है. अभी वो स्वामी जी के वर्ड्स में हम सीखेंगे. So Om is that consciousness, the center in us. Okay? The life principle, you can call it. And in our class, consciousness, reality, turiya, and we did, हम लोग ने मांडुक्य उपनिषद किया हुआ है. So you know that how Om is a symbol of that. Okay? उसको सबसे ऊपर रखा है. फिर है उसके नीचे ब्लिश शीट, एंड ये ब्लिश शीट पता है कौन सी वाली है? या व्हेन यू सी दिस, ऐसे लाइंस दी हुई है ना, ऊपर ओम है और फिर ये दे आर. सो maybe I'll take a picture and put it after the class on our WhatsApp. So bliss sheath is, remember when we are in deep sleep, we are in bliss. That's what they're talking about. उसके बाद आता है intellectual sheath. We all know our intellect. And then we have discussed कि भाई ये mind में, now you can put it down. Your hand will start hurting, Meena ji. So basically intellectual, and then उसके नीचे mental है. And then we have had a discussion in the class कि mental और intellectual में क्या फ़र्क है. Mental is like थोड़ा emotion level पे और data collecting पे mental. Intellect is that part of mind which makes the decision. After collecting the data, क्या गलत है क्या सही है वगैरह वगैरह, ideas जो आते हैं वो सब intellect का काम है. Mental is, so intellect ऊपर है. तो सबसे पहले ओम, फिर bliss, फिर इंटेलेक्चुअल, फिर मेंटल शीट, फिर वाइटल एयर इज प्राण शक्ति जो बोलते हैं. सो हम लोग ऐसे प्राण बोलेंगे तो वो उसके प्राण निकल गए जी, दैट मीन्स वो चला गया. मगर यहाँ पर ये जो योगिक में जो प्राण है ना, वो पंच प्राण उदान, क्या बोलते हैं, व्यान. दीज आर ऑल द डिफरेंट सिस्टम्स इन आवर बॉडी. हमारी पाचन क्रिया, लाइक डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम, our breathing and all that comes under that. Because of that, all that has to be, according to the Vedanta, the Pran Shakti उसकी वजह से वो चलता है. And that's why they say कि वो blockage को clear करो, right? ये सब करो, प्राणायाम करो वगैरह वगैरह, बिकॉज उससे वो ब्लॉकेज क्लियर होते हैं, तुम्हारा फिजियोलॉजिकल सिस्टम अच्छा हो जाएगा. ओके, दैट्स द वाइटल लेयर. एंड द फूड शीथ, अन्नमय कोशा जिसको बोलते हैं, जो हमारी आउटर बॉडी है, ये 5 महाभूतों से बनी हुई, वो फूड शीथ है, बिकॉज इट इज बोर्न आउट ऑफ फूड, इट लिव्स इन द फूड, एंड व्हेन इट डाइज it merges back into the food sheath, because the 5 elements, the moment somebody dies, their body start decomposing. हमारे में तो अच्छा है कि हम लोग उसको जला देते हैं, तो it's very hygienic way. Now a lot of other people are adopting that. Basically air goes back to air, food राख बन के जमीन में चला जाएगा, space तो वैसी की वैसी रहती है, it is never cut anyway. So you can see that जल में समा जाता है, in the main पूरा जो जल तत्व है समझो उसमें चला जाता है. It's a very scientific. So that's the beauty of Vedanta, that it is extremely scientific. Like you can take science and you can take Vedanta and crisscross and you will have no problem at all. So that's what he's going to talk about, but in his own words. Okay.
It is well known that a mere physical body will not move, grow, or act unless the life principle presides over it. A dead body can no more smile, eat or walk, think or feel. When one's life has flown out, the body falls down and in short time starts decomposing into the very elements from which it had come. This is true, however great the man might have been while he was alive. This life center in each one of us is the sacred spot from which all activities emanate. If that life center is not in this Swami, this very moment onwards, he should stop all discourses. You're all now listening to these words, mentally analyzing them, and intellectually understanding the same. None of these actions would have been possible if the life is not vitalizing your body, mind and intellect.
So here, there is a term in the Vedanta, Purush or Prakriti, or English में उसको translate किया गया है matter and spirit. So he's talking about matter and spirit. जब तक spirit matter को enliven नहीं करती, तब तक कोई activity नहीं होती हमारे में. So Swamiji used to say कि when you say that plant is alive, that animal is alive, that human is alive, there is a common theme. There is some life principle in them that makes them alive and behave in a certain way. He's talking about that life principle. That life principle is the consciousness. That life principle is that represented by Om. So just keep that, So then, and matter is like it comes because of the spirit, but it is different from, it's inert. It has no life of its own. Okay, it is just an inert thing like a stone. The expression is not there of the mind and all, but the consciousness is in and through that also. That's another very important thing for our class, that okay, what about the matter? Is it not enlivened by the consciousness? Everything is, consciousness is through everything, the expression is different.
Would you call that existence? Because we say Sat, Chit and bliss, right?
You can say that.
So Sat is the existence, which is in the inert matter.
True.
Right?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So, and the other way to look at it, कि उसमें वो expression खाली सत तक हुआ है, और ये जब animals में, जब plants में जाता है, तो like Swamiji said, the plants respond because you give them oxygen and the carbon dioxide, or other way, sorry. They take the carbon dioxide, give the oxygen, and then, sunlight falls on it, then activities start and all that. But brain-wise, बहुत कम है उसमें, कुछ नहीं है hardly. And animals में brain developed है, humans में तो बात ही क्या है? चांद तक पहुंच गया, ये हो गया. The human brain is like, fantastic. So that's what it is. Expression is the highest. But within human, you can reach that highest state of consciousness. That's what it is. So we cannot be satisfied just by having a good brain and doing the worldly stuff. We have to strive to get that perfection, because human race it's possible for them. Any other point? Okay, you can go forward.
This divine spark of life, the spiritual center called the Atman in Vedanta, is considered to have been enveloped by the various layers of matter of varying degrees of grossness. The outermost shell, the grossest, is the body, and we almost all through our conscious existence go about conceiving ourselves to be only this body. Very rarely a few of us may be aware of the existence of our mental and intellectual personalities, and indeed, probably none of us is even remotely conscious of the vital center of all life and bliss in us.
So here he's saying that this is the divine spark of life is called the Atman in Vedanta, and we all know it. So, we don't need to go in detail because we understand it. But he's saying that if you look in the world, people just live at body conscious level only. Sara time body की बात कर रहे हैं, like very मन तक भी नहीं पहुंचते आधे से ज़्यादा लोग. अगर किसी को एकदम से suddenly किसी को पूछो ना, hey, what is mind? वो एकदम बौखला जाएगा. Oh, I don't know, something, हम वेदांता में पढ़ते हैं, so we can quote and all that is true. But if you if I think about myself, 30 years ago, if somebody told me what is mind, I will sit and I don't know, I got to think now. We know it's there, but we don't know what to say, we don't even analyze, we do nothing. So that's what he's talking about.
The Atman or the self is represented in the diagram by the sacred mystic symbol Om. This is our self, our real nature, omnipotent and omniscient. This spark of life has come to be, in a sense, enveloped by matter and the various envelopments that are called in Vedanta as sheaths. The term sheath indicates that just as the sword and the sheath have between them no contact with each other, so too between the eternal divine spark of life and the matter there is no contact. It only indicates that in the presence of the spirit alone, the matter coverings gain a similitude of life, just as the firmness and sharpness of the sword give the status for the sheath.
So here he is explaining sheath ka Sanskrit ka translation है kosha. That's why we say na pancha kosh, right? So यहाँ पर sheath बोला गया. Sheath is covering. And the example he gave कि एक sword है, main चीज तो sword है, उसकी एक covering बना दी. तो उसकी covering कैसी होगी? जैसी sword का shape है वैसी होगी ना. लेकिन अगर आप ध्यान दोगे कि भाई sword और sheath में क्या संबंध है? कोई कनेक्शन है? आप क्या शीथ से कोई लड़ सकते हो वॉर? कोई संबंध नहीं है. वो इट इज जस्ट ए कवरिंग. सो दैट्स व्हाट इज सेइंग दैट आत्मा इज ऑलवेज शुद्ध. दैट कॉन्शियसनेस इट डज नॉट गेट कंटैमिनेटेड. एंड वी हैव स्टडीड इन चैप्टर 2. ना उसको हीट जला सकती है, ना वायु सुखा सकती है, वगैरह वगैरह. एंड द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल इज अमंग द एलिमेंट, द 5 elements is the space. Can we destroy the space? Can we cut the space? Can we make it dirty? You can make the air dirty, but you cannot make the space dirty. Everybody agrees? There are things in the space that, but space itself is pure. Same way over here. That's what we have to remember. And the 5 sheets, the food sheet and all that, they're just a covering. So we are, if we, अगर वो हमारे दिमाग में अच्छे से बैठ जाएगा, फिर हमको वेदांत भी समझ में आएगा. And anybody has a kind of a question on this? Or you're okay with
yes,
this one?
Can you tell me all the sheets in Hindi one more time? I can read them in English here.
I think that Hindi में I'll try to remember. Bliss को बोलते हैं आनंदमय कोश. Intellect को बोलते हैं मनोमय. और मनोमय बुद्धि. या जो might help me. ये इंटेलेक्चुअल और मेंटल में एक मनोमय या दूसरा क्या है? जो do you remember? विज्ञानमय. Okay, very good.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
One way to remember is Annamaya Kosha is our body, which is 5 elements, which is the Anna. We sleep every day and get up, but one day we sleep and we never get up. So there's a reactor going on called Pranmaya Kosha under it, which keeps us alive. When we die, these two disappear. So you are not needed. And what happens is the Vigyan Maya Kosha, all your knowledge from previous lives, and Manomaya Kosha, your karmas and your desires, they become Sukshma Sharir with this Om. And if you eliminate those two, then you merge. So when you say moksha, then you shouldn't have any karmas, any desires, and then you don't need the previous knowledge also. That is the ultimate.
Joe gives the whole Vedanta in 5 minutes. so basically, what he said, and then if you want the name again, now I got it. Joe's help. Annamay Kosh is food sheet.
Given only 4.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Joe told only 4.
Yeah, मैं बताती हूँ ना. Annamay Kosh हो गया food.
Joe isn't there, Anandmaya, so that's why.
He did.
Anandmaya is the end.
Yeah, Anandmaya is a bliss sheet. So let me go systematically according to this picture in Hindi. Food sheath is Annamay Kosh. Vital air sheath is Pranamay Kosh. Mental sheath is Manomay Kosh. Intellectual sheath is Vijnanamay Kosh. Bliss sheath is Anandmay Kosh. And then Om on the top. We are totally in line. Okay? Okay. All right. Anything else or shall we move forward?
So to go to Anandmaya Kosha, you can listen to that Krishna bhajan I sent you. But to go to your mental kosha, you can study the Geeta.
He got the whole path over here. Very good, Joe. Okay. चलो आगे पढ़ते हैं.
All of us are going to the Anandmaya Kosha when we are in deep sleep. So
True,
we are
true.
experiencing that. Yeah.
But हम लोग को वो it's aware नहीं है ना हम लोग. So क्या deep sleep और meditation में क्या फर्क है?
I like to say that we had a very deep sleep because all our senses are withdrawn when we are in deep sleep. So awareness तभी तो हम बोलते हैं कि हाँ we had a good sleep.
True. So what?
But that's not our goal. Our goal is to be in that state.
Yes.
When we are awake.
But he's just giving you a glimpse of it because वो state जो अभी जितने भी ग्रुप है ना हम लोगों को किसी को पूछो सबसे मजा कब आता है जब बहुत अच्छी गहरी नींद आती है तब मजा आता है सारी चिंता मेरा भी पेन भी चला जाता है जब गहरी नींद
Hear the song, bhajan. You can internalize that bhajan. You go in the same.
So there are different ways, to reach that Anandmay. You can, किसी को कोई song से जाता है, कोई अपने काम से जाता है, कोई I like to sit on the beach and look at the waves. That's my meditation. I love it. I can sit there for an hour because of my arm. I'm not going, but I like to meditate in a different way over there.
नहीं खाना गुलाब जामुन भी है.
हाँ जो को गुलाब जामुन से मेडिटेशन में चले जाता है जो. Don't let your wife hear it. सब बंद कर देगी आपका गुलाब जामुन. अच्छा. So anyway, jokes apart now. What should we do? Maybe we can stop here because it's already 12:30 and we can, whoever needs to leave can. And if you want to stay for the discussion time, it's up to you. So where did you stop? Sorry, I want to put a mark. क्या बोला आपने जो sorry.
If we want to listen to the bhajan, we can do it now or we can do it on our own time.
No, we do the bhajan on your own time because bhajan we can all listen, but this discussion we cannot have it. So we will just leave the bhajan on our own time.
That is the bhajan you have to find yourself. That takes you there.
Acha, where did you finish? I want to put a mark, Meena ji.
Okay, the next paragraph is there are thus 5 distinct sheets. There are.
Okay, here I'll put good. Thank you. So we will start on the sheets. I think it's a very important topic, and I will send the picture today. And so I'm gonna close the class here and discussion वाले लोग रुक सकते हैं, whoever wants to. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukha bhag bhavet. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari